off.
Ace Attorney music going right now.
Attorney music intensifies.
Just zooming in
actually,
on them.
All
I'll
right.
have
So, hello, my name is Kondo Pike, and this is my running mate, Lando Mate.
Hello.
So, when it comes to, governing a town, the first thing that you're probably going to ask about is, what are the rules? What are the laws? So, let's get over this so we know how to vote. Well, traditionally, when you think of laws, you're going to picture restrictions. They exist to stop you from doing things. And that's all well and good. Laws have good intentions, but we don't want laws to keep this town from making progress. What we do want is cooperation within town members, all of you guys and us, so that you can bring any problems you have to us and go on living your lives worry-free.
Worries that you may have might include safety from hostile creatures, terrain, weather, and we just want to say forefront infrastructure is our focus. We want to ease those worries. And a precautionary action we would take to combat these problems is we will be building a inn or a hotel as a fallback for shelter in case anybody's home gets destroyed due to weather, mobs, whatever the case, or if we have any newcomers in town, they have a way to stay to get on their feet. We're going to include spare sets of armor. We got food in there as well. And I know how a couple of you, including me, had visions and dreams about an awful event. And I think that will help give everybody a peace of mind.
Yeah, so in addition to the things that we plan to make, build, and accomplish, we love to see you people be successful as well. So for anyone who has goals to be entrepreneurs, you will have our full support to make your dreams come true. Good dreams, that is. Now, we commit to funding any startup shops in order to get our economy going. So we'll help your shops, get started. And we think that even though this will be an initial, hit to our pockets and resources and our time, in the long run, the payback will be incredible. Our town can be flourishing and incredible. So if you have aspirations or inspiration, we're here to get you started. Now, when it comes to transportation, most of us have been going at it barefoot, but it doesn't have to be that way. We believe that those of you who do not have a horse should get one. And therefore, if we're elected, within the first month or so, those without a steed shall receive one. We have very promising plans to create a horse pet shop kind of thing for the convenience of everyone. Any person who does not have a horse and saddle will get one. And additional expenses can be made while you're in that same area. Food for the horse to heal it up, armor to protect it, and even an exclusive daycare when you're out and about being the busy bees that you all are.
We're committing to monthly town hall meetings in order to hear everyone's qualms and potential issues that are currently going on. And by the end of town halls, we are committing to plan solutions to these issues. And our first town hall after being elected will be an exact week after we're in office. The goal with that town hall specifically is to discuss the types of things we as a community want for laws and bylaws and how we want to go about justice, because you're electing us. You get a say too. So, vote for us.
We'd like to pass it over to Jack Falcon and be well in spirit.
good stuff.
Brandon is right here. He's just not over there. Now, Brandon is not here. We had an idea. We had a layout of what we wanted to talk about. But our main focus for this little section of this debate, election, speech, whatever you want to call it, it wasn't more so of a speech, more so of a demonstration. Now, before I get into the demonstration, I want to talk about how our main focus for our government is not to institute a set of rules, a structure to say, where you like once a month we have town hall meetings like Landon and Kondo brought up. We'd still have that if you'd like to, but it'd be more of a sense of community where we do things that would bring us all together. We'd build roads. We built a marketplace, which I'll show you in just a second. We're going to light everything up so that we don't have to deal with mobs. We'll help fund your shops, like they said. We'll help build your homes, whatever it may need. And mainly just kind of bring us all together as friends, and so we don't end up throwing hands and bringing about that destruction that we've all in some way or another witnessed. But if you'll follow me, I want to show you what I like to call the marketplace. I constructed a bridge across to its main entrance. It's just down this way, across this little river. And I'd like to show you something right here. This is the main focus of the entrance right here. This is a mob-proof entrance. It has moss layers going down a couple of blocks, and mobs don't want to go over it because they think they'll fall and they'll take damage. And so if you're ever in being chased by any mobs, just run across here and you'll be safe. They can't get across. Now,
That's pretty cool.
it already seems that
I
people
have
have
to admit that's a pretty cool feature.
That is a
Yeah.
pretty cool thing.
A nice
Yeah.
line of defense.
Now, it seems people have already begun constructing things. This area is mostly going to be for your shops and mini games, whatever it may be, and we'll be able to. If you don't have the funds for it, we'll be able to fund the blocks, the materials you may need to build whatever you're building. It seems Extendo, I believe, built this axolotl shop over here where you can bid. Put a certain bid in, and once a week he'll give the highest bidder a rare blue axolotl. Now that
More
seems like a
like
pretty
a
cool little
raffle.
area. Raffle? More like a raffle?
Yeah.
I may have misread the instructions, but yeah, this whole area is lit up. There's no mobs in here. It's completely mob-proof. You won't be seeing any mobs in here. And if you do, I'll make my own improvements. Just let me know, and I'll see to that those problems are fixed. Now, seeing it as how it is a limited area, that once it fills up, I will be willing to expand out into this forest and out into the fields that way if we need to, but that is for a later date. Now, like I said, this is a very community-driven and social-driven government that me and Brandon had in mind. So if you have any problems with people, with any rules that we may institute, just come and let us know, and we'll hold hearings. We'll sort out any problems. If you have any sort of maybe something was stolen from you, we'll set up what we call a trial by jury, and that is where we'll have random people selected to be on a jury, and we'll be presented evidence, and we'll try to figure out who did it, and the jury will decide who did it. And again, very community driven, so not so much rules. You can do what you want. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it.
Who is our
Alright.
Who is our moderator?
I'm up here. I'm gonna go here.
I think the moderator should be down here, because he's looking up at the two candidates.
Okay.
Improv. Move
All
up.
right. Improv.
Hey, we can build things on the
What?
spot. There we go.
The citizens.
All right. And how about this? There. Okay. So,
Okay.
from the questions that I was able to hear, and a lot of the things that people were able to bring up, there were a lot of talks about, even just before this, there was a lot of talks about something with mobs and kind of like that sort of natural destruction of things and how people are going to be able to protect that. Jack Falcon had already talked about how he has his protective barrier, and Lando and Pike had talked about more the fact of just protecting the whole entire server at all. So compared to those differences, how do you think which one do each of you believe would be better? How do you defend yours? Like your area of that?
Well,
And
I think
Yeah,
I'll
Jack,
go
go
first
first.
with this
Yeah,
one.
let's start with Jack.
Namely the street lights. Look at the street lights behind you. Me and Brandon had constructed those all around this little village ourselves, and we're gonna build those all along the roads and in areas that we can't build street lights like that. We had a plan to put glowstone from the nether in the ground and then put moss over it so you can't see it, but it's still emitting light. And that's how we're
Alright.
gonna light stuff up.
All right. Difference between you guys, or is that?
So I think the fundamental difference between both of our campaigns is Ben and Brandon are just kind of doing. They've already built the marketplace. They've already done all the lights. And they did a lot of things without initially asking everyone. And I'm not saying that what has been built is not beautiful. I love it here. But what I am saying is, when it comes to these type of things, I think it's important to be asking everybody else. So I think the purpose of the town halls will help us decide what we are wanting to light up, what we aren't wanting to light up, because I think I don't want to be doing or encroaching on somebody's potential building land. I also think everybody here is incredibly capable of fighting for themselves. So while mobs can be an issue, I think that part can be left to y'all, because you're all incredibly capable. What I think the government's point should come in helping y'all if something out of your hands happens to you, i.e. the inn we're making.
Yeah, when things happen that are out of our control, or really just out of anyone's control because they're on their own in the moment. When it comes down to it, nothing else could have been done in the moment. And so what you need is something that can happen in the future. And
help build you back
yeah,
up.
that's part of our fallback hotel, is that it's not going to be days or weeks of potential doing nothing, should I say, because you're left with nothing. You get back on your feet pretty swiftly, and that's what we're bringing to the table.
All right. Any response from Mr. Falcon?
I think so. No, I think I generally actually agree with them on the fact where maybe there's lands where people don't want to light up, and because they want to build there. I will say though that like it's not hard to remove lighting. Like if it's just torches, you just go pop and they're gone.
That's very true.
And I do 100% agree in the fact that everyone is capable of themselves and capable to defend themselves. However, it's just much nicer and much easier to not have to. If you don't have to deal with the mobs in the first place, if you don't have to worry about creepers coming up and sneaking on you and blowing up your chests and you lose everything. So although we are capable and it's not difficult to, it'd be much easier to not have to defend ourselves and yourselves. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's about convenience.
Yeah.
And I think I speak for all three of us, or all four of us, I should say, when we're all in favor of being convenient for the citizens.
Understood. All right.
Next question.
So for the next question, people have talked a lot about some more infrastructure type of things. Some things like building an area for people to go if they don't have a place to live or anything like that, or anywhere to build markets and such. And a lot of labor and work would go into that. How do you all plan on getting that sort of labor beforehand without the funding that anyone has, since this is a completely new start to a government?
Well, as we said, it'll be out of pocket, so we'll be doing a lot of brunt work ourselves to get it up and running. And then by the time it's been incorporated for a little bit, it'll pay itself back.
All right.
I will say that a lot of our funding will come out of pocket. So if you need help getting blocks, resources for any shops, buildings you might need, me and Brandon will either give you funding to go buy it from someone, or we'll even just go mining for it ourselves and give it to you. So you don't have to spend the time and worrying about making sure you have the right amount of resources. You just let us know what you need, and we'll go get it for you.
All right. Any responses?
I suppose not.
Seems to
we've-
me
I
that
mean-
you all agree on quite a few
On-
fair topics.
Quite a few things.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think what's important, I think, is at least notable about us is I think you have all been to Kando's place, or
Correct.
where he lives.
Most
I
everyone
mean,
has.
it
If
is
not, I'm happy to show you.
it is incredible over there, and he did it all by himself. I mean, I think that's just a testament to not only what Kando is able to collect for the town, but also the ways that we can help.
All right.
There's a creeper up there. I do have to say,
Not
And a
anymore.
great shot too.
this
Yeah,
is
good.
something me and Brandon
Oh,
had
well.
discussed.
All right.
Good. This is something me and Brandon had discussed. Although, yeah, I wholeheartedly agree that Kondo has an amazing home. It's incredible the work he's done. Me and Brandon had discussed this amongst ourselves, and we had discussed bringing it up here, and I didn't think it was necessary until Landon had brought it up. But he lives pretty far away, and me and Brandon had thought that although he's entirely welcome, he's not really a member of our village, of our town. It's quite a journey to get to his house and no one else's. I live literally right there. Brandon lives just down the street. Joey's tower's right there. Karma, you live just over there across the river. But Kondo is quite the journey down that way across the fields. And
That's part of the reason that I want to help building more around here. It's I want to be more local, and I want you guys to know me better so that
Yeah.
you're more comfortable.
yeah, and like I said, it's not a problem that you're here. The problem is that you don't live here. So is it really a good idea for you to be telling us
Well,
what to do?
Can I interject?
That's all I wanted to say. So you're allowed to interject.
I think the reason why it's hard for Kando to be here a lot is because he travels by wagon, and our roads just cannot fit a wagon right now. It's just not possible. And so I think it is fair to say that he does not live here. I think it's also a fair judgment on where we live currently is not accommodating to everybody. And I think because Kando has that experience is why we are able to provide that, because we want to make it a place where everybody can live.
Yeah,
Fair
like
point.
you don't know where I come from, and I don't know where you all come from, but we're all here now, and I want to share what I've brought.
To be fair, never mind. Whatever. That is a good point. How he doesn't live here, and he knows he knows how to make it accommodating for everyone because he's not like everyone else. So yeah, you bring up a good point.
I feel like that's putting it a little harshly. I feel like that's putting it really harshly that I'm not like everyone else. I'm just like you guys. Well, most of you guys. I know some of you have, questionable personalities, but that's everyone in their own nature. But for the most part, we're just people, and I'm just a people.
I feel like I was the one being looked at when you said questionable personalities.
No,
I'm
no.
not even a person. I'm a plant.
I'll admit I phrased
Maybe
that pretty
too.
poorly, but
I mean, I get it. I completely get it. I get it.
All right. Well, I suppose that can kind of go into the next subject of communication and community. With a lot of the things that are going to be coming with this, there was a lot of talk about community and how people are going to be able to, how we're trying to kind of connect the server a little bit more and try to get everybody together in a more controlled manner than before. So, how exactly do you believe that you're going to be able to communicate a lot of the things that you are going to be showing? So how exactly are you going to be able to communicate what you're doing, what you need for that, how exactly long that's going to be? How do you expect like to get some communication in that respect for everybody around?
Jack, you want to go first again?
Yeah. Could you say that question again?
So let me rephrase, I suppose. How do I phrase this?
So from
How
what
do you
I
get-
what I got from what you said is how do I plan on like getting across different communication keys, like
Yes.
keywords and stuff.
Yeah, like how are you just planning to communicate this to the entirety of the server? Like how
Okay.
exactly?
So I actually had not thought about this until just now upon you asking the question. But my idea currently is seeing as how this area is a very central like focal point for everyone here that we know of, we could set up a billboard. This area that I had built this podium on, I plan on interchanging with whatever we need to have at the moment. And one of the things that I'll have here is a big billboard that'll have different announcements of things we're building, things we need help with. Maybe we need some funding for something or whatever it may be. I could have a billboard for it. And then also we could have town hall meetings like they had said.
Of course.
Yeah, I like how you brought up one of our big points, one of our big selling points, is we'd love to have town hall meetings to hear from the citizens what you guys think we need, as well as we'll propose things to you guys and hear your thoughts about it.
And what's good about the town halls is while we stand up here, we're saying a lot of things, and it's one thing for somebody to say something, and it's another thing for somebody to do something. And the town halls are going to be monthly check-ins in which all of you are keeping us truthful. Because, like we said, our goal is the town hall will not finish until we have concrete solutions to how we handle whatever is at hand. And then by the next town hall, if that is not done, then you can, like, I think it will keep us more honest rather than just a billboard saying, hey, like, this is what we're doing.
Can I say something?
Sure.
Okay. Although I do agree and in saying that the town hall meetings are vital to the function of our society and of the government, keeping the leaders truthful and keeping people in the know of what's going on, I don't think it should be a regular occurrence where it's a monthly thing, because if people aren't having problems and there's nothing people need fixed like at the moment, then it turns into just kind of wasting people's time. Because if people go and they're like, well, I haven't had any problems, why am I here? There's nothing that I need to have fixed. Why do I have to be here to suggest solutions to problems I don't have? And
Well, see, it's
so
not all about solving problems. It's about innovating and creating new beneficial things.
yeah,
And also,
So,
these town
we
halls
don't
aren't
even have
these town halls are not
Okay.
mandatory.
okay.
If
So-
you're wanting to be a part of this town in that manner, then you can be there.
So
These won't be
if-
required.
if they're not sorry, I'm gonna ask a question. If they're not mandatory, why do they have to be every month? If they're not mandatory, then like what me and Brandon would have is you come up to us with a problem that you have, that you suggest to us. Let's say, hey, I think people are being a little too rude to each other. Then we'll have a town hall meeting, and we'll discuss the problems that we notice we're having, and then we'll talk about solutions. It doesn't have to be a monthly thing, especially if it's not mandatory.
I think it is.
It-
I think it is important to have it monthly, because whether somebody else has an issue or not, I think that we are being elected to serve them. So whether if anybody shows up or not, we will be there, because it is our commitment to this town.
The difference between a mandatory town hall meeting and just coming up and asking us about your problem is, if it's not during a meeting, then you can just tell us if it's not that big a deal, or if it is a big deal, we can bring it up again at the town hall meeting, and where everyone can hear it, because it's a big enough issue to you.
Yeah. See, so the problem I see with that is what me and Brandon are trying to go for with our leadership is we are at the people's mercy. They are telling us what to do. We're only there to, I guess, enforce the different rules that are set in place. Now, the way I see having it as a monthly meeting is it turns into you telling them what to do, which I think is
Well,
I feel
asking them what they're telling
Hang
us
on,
to do.
one at a time, please.
So I the way I see it is that is partly what led to the destruction that we saw. It's everybody was telling each other what to do, and nobody really wanted to do it, and it drove people mad. And so even if people don't have to go, like I see it as, hey, we're having a town hall meeting in 2 weeks. If you have any problems, make sure you let us know. But if they're having any problems right then in that moment, they can just come to you in that moment, and we can organize a town hall meeting where everyone can come. They don't have to come if they don't want to, but we can structure the town hall meetings in accordance with the people's needs. Not have a set time, not a set structure that people have to abide by.
So
Let's allow for a response now.
can I go, Kendo?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. So I think there's like a miscommunication about these town halls, which could be my fault. And I think the point of these town halls is, it is not us telling you what to do, because the town halls are run by things that the people are bringing up, right? And I also think town halls can be used for ways that are not problem. I think it's okay to be planning a festival as a town together at a town hall. Not everything has to be because somebody's problem, like if somebody has an issue. And I think another thing I really want to focus on, when you mentioned that you are seeing, when you get elected to this position, you see yourselves as like at the people's mercy, which is a way to see a government. But I think what led us down the path to what you saw in that dream was that there wasn't enough ways for people to communicate their problems. And so the ways that they saw it is conflict between themselves rather than a peaceful resolution at a town hall. And I think it's important. The reason why I said town halls are mandatory is because not everybody has to be involved in politics. And if they don't want to be, that's fine. But for those who want to be there, who do want to be a part of that, they can and they will, and their voice will be absolutely heard.
I think there's still a bit of miscommunication, misunderstanding here. I'm not disagreeing with the town hall. I think the town hall is a great idea. Me and Brandon
Not
had the
at
same sort
all.
of idea where we'd have people come
There
together to discuss the
things-
problems. What I'm dealing with
Things that I don't agree
is the
with here,
structured time that they happen.
but my best thoughts
Because
can only
if it's
be
even if it's a monthly thing, there can be
that
problems that people
I
have
see who I
that
want.
only last a day.
I see.
Just hypothetically, let's say they start
It is one
a
of these
day
three.
and they say, "Hey, I need to go
There's only
to
one
the, to
that
the
can
government,
actually,
to Condo and Lando, and talk to them about
There's
my
only one
problems.
that can actually
And I
do.
need to tell people about my problems, and so we can discuss a solution."
They allow me to guide them.
Oh, but I
then
can't. The town hall's in 2 weeks.
If anyone allows me to guide them,
What my
then
problem is,
they can
now
make
they
it
have
work.
to wait. Whereas with me and Brandon, they'd be able to just go, "Hey, I'm having this problem. Can we figure something out?" And then as soon as possible, we'd get as many people as we can who are at least some way involved with that. We'll come together and in a room and we'll discuss a peaceful solution, try to figure something out. Again, my problem isn't with the town hall itself, the town hall meetings, whatever. It's with the structured time that it happens that you're proposing. So I mainly just wanted to get that out there. I think it's a great idea to have people come together to talk. It's the time that I have a problem with.
I do believe I mentioned earlier that I will be willing to have one-on-one meetings with anyone as long as they let me know in advance. I think that can be circumstantial. Obviously, if it needs to be dealt in a day, then you can get in contact with me. But I think the biggest difference that I'm seeing between both campaigns is the way we're wanting to communicate and the way we want to govern is to create solutions and have ideas that can be then built into something if the people agree with it. And what I'm getting, especially from, again, At the People's Mercy, is you're gonna be kind of idle unless somebody needs you to do something, and I don't think that is a useful way to be spending something you're elected to. You know what I mean? I think if you're
Maybe I just
happen because someone isn't doing something. So that's why we said some things is because we need to be assertive.
maybe I just worded it weird. What I meant by At the People's Mercy is that we're not there to set in place laws and rules and a certain order, I guess, that people have to follow. What me and Brandon decided our job was more to create organization, to create order, to make sure that there's some place that people have to go if they have problems, instead of just keeping it within each other. And then from there, it branches out to everyone, and everybody starts to have this same problem, and everybody gets angry. Now we just have a place to go. Instead of just getting angry, we can go to a place, go to a building, go to a room, and talk to people, hash things out, and me and Brandon will be there to enforce that solution. Whether it be we build a wall around someone's house so that we can outline their property, we'll do that. Whatever it may be.
That one thing that I was meaning to bring up was property laws.
So yeah, like if there is, I'll bring property up later, but
yeah, we may want to move on a little bit. This has been a very in-depth and correct conversation.
Plenty.
Yes, that was in response to one question of communication,
Yeah,
which
that was
I
long.
suppose is a very big question, which is fair. However, what I would like to move on to now is something more concerning immediate rules that are going. As we had spoken about when we were even coming up with the idea of having some sort of governmental entity in power, quote unquote, from what you guys are saying, what rules are you going to immediately instate that are not the ones that you've already spoken of? If there are any sort of underlying ones that have not been spoken about, this would be the time to bring those up. I feel like those are very important for people to know.
So, me and Brandon had discussed certain laws that we wanted to institute that we considered to be like top priority, extremely important for everyone, and it was basically just normal human rights, and we basically have like no stealing, no killing. You can't just go to someone's house and just like stay there. It's not your house. It's their private property. But basically the laws that we'd institute immediately is just to keep things fair for everyone. So like I said, no killing, no stealing are the biggest ones. There were others that we had talked about. I don't remember them at the moment. Brandon's not here, so this is much more difficult for me, because there's a lot of things that we had talked about that he would remember that I don't. But yeah, basically just like normal human rights, things that everyone deserves. You can't kill pets. No, you can't kill their animals. But yeah, just mainly just the basics at first.
All right, let's move on to everyone else.
Do you want to start on this, Kendo, or would you like me to?
You start us off this time.
Okay, so I think everything Ben just said is obviously going to be instated, and admittedly, I think it's a little obvious.
Yeah.
But I think the biggest thing for us, especially when it comes to infrastructure, is because our goal is to build us up. What that means is we're going to be expanding. And I think what that means is what makes something somebody's property and what makes it public land. And I think the way that we're going to do this is we're going to allow you to say you're going to be building a shop somewhere that's outside of the marketplace, or you're building a new home, or you're building whatever your heart desires. You can come to us and you can claim land. We're not going to do any buying land. I think that can lead to excluding people. That can lead to forcing people to certain areas. So
Yeah, because I mean, we're aware that some people here have more funds than others, and we want everyone to have a good opportunity to
yes,
to be successful.
And if you're not as set up as others, that doesn't mean you cannot have the potential to build or do what others have already done or are doing. For example, I mean, I'm not trying to say somebody's wealthy or something, but Joey, he's got full netherite armor. That tower is beautiful. He is way more set up, but I think it's important that claiming land will allow other people to make their tower near Joey rather than being pushed to somewhere else because they don't have the funds to buy land near Joey. And another thing I think about claiming land, about claiming land that is important, rather than buying, is it allows us to make sure that the land around us stays clean and stays safe and stays unharmed. That is incredibly important to me. I am life that came from this planet, and it deserves to be protected.
All right, Jack Falcon, anything to respond with?
I think
Fair enough.
Stated pretty much what
Can
I wanted
I-
to say anyways.
Add another thing. Sorry, I talk a lot.
It's
good.
all right.
I think
The first town hall after our election will be discussing with everyone other things that we should instate, laws and bylaws that we think are necessary. That
Things that
we
are
are not
important personally.
immediately, yeah. So
All right, fair enough. Well, I do not personally have any more questions. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna moderate and make sure that everything's going okay. But I'm gonna open up the rest of the questions to anybody in the peanut gallery. So,
The 3 people in the audience.
the 3 people, but you know they're still guys.
Those three
There's still people-
wondrous,
yeah.
Yeah, we're
glorious
still people.
citizens.
Okay, my one question is if the election is happening tonight or not.
So, seeing as how not everyone is here and present,
should have a week to
I
vote.
think it should be about a week to vote.
Yeah.
Right.
You have to vote
And
by
we'll
next
do-
That's a
Saturday.
good idea.
You have
We'll
to
do
vote
additional
by Saturday.
campaigning.
My question is more for a one-on-one with each of the 4 candidates. But I'll ask it during the week a little bit later.
Okay.
I still got to think about it.
Understood.
Alrighty.
All
We look
right. Well,
forward.
that seems to
I gotta go
conclude-
really quick. I'll be back in just a second.
Okay.
See ya.
Bye.
Well, that seems to conclude everything with a hasteful exit from one of our candidates.
Hello? Oh. Hello? Where'd you go? Oh. Where's the button?
I can hear you walking up there.
I know, I'm trying to... Why isn't the button? I'll just be out here.
From what and I'm the only one who can get down here.
Oh, okay. Well, when you come out, I want to ask you a little bit of a question. You see, there is one thing that I haven't told anyone else about yet, and this is this is how I'm going to be able to decide who I'm going to vote for. Now, I'm behind you.
Okay.
So I don't want to know what it is that you see now, but what are you doing? Anyways, there is one thing that I want you to I want you to look at and tell me what you see. Don't tell me now. I will ask you later this week what you see. I will give you some time to think about it, but
What do you want me to see?
just look into my right eye. I want you to think about what you're seeing now. I'll ask you about it in the next few days. This is my only question. Alright. There's a reason why I keep myself blindfolded, because people don't see those kinds of things. Because it's not important until it's absolutely needed. That is all. You can... Why did you come here anyway?
What? I don't know, man. I just had to.
I will...
Can I tell you a secret? You can't tell
What?
anyone this.
What?
Okay. I want you to stand right over here. This block right here.
Okay.
Stand on that dirt right there. And stay in the water for a second. Don't go anywhere. Okay. I've been working on a little something.
What is this?
I don't know why I've been working on it. To be truthful, I just have. I've been having this weird dream, vision, feeling. I don't even know what it is. but I've just needed to work on a room. And it's this room. I don't know what it's for. I don't know why I'm building it. Just don't tell anyone that it's here. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
There's.
You can go now.
Alright. All I wanted to do is ask you that one question.
Okay.
Uh,
I
ret-
feel this is gonna sound weird, but I feel this weird connection, I guess, to you. Like we're connected somehow. I don't know. It's weird.
Believe me, it's feelings mutual, but unlike you, I know why. But I can't. But the thing is, I want you to figure that out for yourself. 'Cause
Wait,
me.
wait,
If I told
you s-
you, you wouldn't believe.
Oh.
If I told you, you wouldn't believe. You'd believe I'd be screwed.
Just tell me. I don't know why I'm here. I don't know why I feel like an outcast, like I don't belong here.
All I can
Anything. I just need to know, dude.
all I can elaborate on is that you're not entirely human. At least in the way that you think you are.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Hi. You mentioned something about going to the ruins, so I just.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm at the ruins. So
Alright.
There you
just
are.
having a good talk with Squiddi.
Yes.
Okay. What is?
What?
What?
Leave
What?
that. Just ignore that. Just ignore that.
I
Please.
can't get in.
Ignore that.
What's
please.
in it? What's in it?
I don't know.
Just,
There's
just
nothing in
ignore
it.
the chest. Just ignore
Alright.
the chest.
There was
Alright.
nothing in there. I don't know. I just didn't remember chest being there.
Just ignore the chest.
I can't
Huh.
open the chest.
Yeah, I can't even open it.
It's sealed. All right.
Huh.
So,
Well,
There's
well,
not even anything in there, so
okay.
well,
so
how come you wanted us to come here? What's the?
I didn't want you to come here. I just came here.
Oh,
Oh, I'm sorry. I misunderstood.
that's
all.
awkward.
No,
Yeah, my bad.
I don't. No, hold on. Sorry. I don't mean that as in you're not welcome. I just said I'm going to the ruins. I never said I want
Oh.
you to follow me. I just
Oh, okay.
I'm not.
Well,
You're welcome to be here. I'm just sorry. That was a weird miscommunication.
you're good. Do you doing research here, or what's going on?
Basically, we just
Well,
kind of were here.
I'm
and...
just vibing, just chilling.
All right.
I don't know.
Well,
I just like coming here to relax.
yeah. I mean, yeah. Good on you
It's
for having a.
kind of peaceful, I guess.
All right.
Hello.
Now, this question is going to sound a little bit weird, but I mean, Jack understood it more than you probably will. But
Okay.
you see, I want you to take a few seconds.
Okay.
I want you to look. Don't tell me what you see now. I will ask you a little in a couple days' time. But look at
Okay.
me and tell me what you see in my right eye. Not now. I want you to look in there, think about it for a couple of seconds, and not the robot, not the red one, but the other.
Oh.
Don't tell me what you see now. I will elaborate later. But there are reasons that I keep this. There are reasons that I keep myself blindfolded. I just want you to know that what you're seeing now is one of the reasons why I keep myself or keep my eyes blindfolded. I can still see through the blindfold with my with the robot. It's just I can't let anybody see what's happening in the other.
Is this like medical attention? Do you need help? Or?
No, it's
Okay,
incurable.
okay.
It's been given
Yeah,
to
I
me
just
by
want
someone
you know.
else.
By
It's not
someone?
curable. can't say who. I can't even remember who at this point, but
Okay. Well,
it's the product of a really bad, really horrible incident. But
okay. Well, I'm certainly going to think about that because, I mean, I think I need time to process, but
Mhm.
I do want to let you know that if you need help with that, I'm willing to help you
this
provide
question,
assistance.
I'm only asking because this is I want you guys to think about this. Tell me what you see, and whatever I think is right, I will vote for. I'm gonna ask Haven the same question, and if I see Brandon, I'll ask him the same question. Oh, don't get Phil's again. Why am I a bad shot? Okay, there we go. I just wanted to give you that.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I will have an answer for you when you ask it, but I do think you should, hear us out with what we're
Yeah, I'm hearing you
trying
guys.
to do with the
I'm hearing you
town.
guys out. It's just a few. All right, we can go back with the other guys now.
I know, I'm just memeing around.
Okay.
Whoa.
Oh, murder,
Okay.
murder.
Yes, we're not
Okay.
right on
I-
the right edge.
My
Wait.
first
You want to?
My first town hall request as a citizen is that if there is a court murder, then court is mandatory for everybody,
What?
jury and everything. Ooh,
How is it an accident?
Karma's head.
Wait.
I'm gonna just take that real quick.
No, do
Is
not
that-
take my head.
Is that my head?
Oh yeah, he has your head.
Here's
I
your
have
hoe
Landon's
back.
head.
I got
Landon,
that
I
a
also
little
have your
bit
head.
ago.
Yeah, well, it's my head, so I'm taking it back.
Okay.
I have like 5 of your heads.
I'm also pretty sure that somebody has, I'm pretty sure that there's about, 80 of my heads running.
I have
Yeah, I have your head.
now.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
I have a collection of heads that you will never find.
Well, because I think
I
that there
buried
was
them
a
in a
moment
hole.
where
Probably 'cause that's
everyone
in your
was
ender
just
chest.
I
No,
think
they're
there
not in
was
my
a-
inner chest. You're never gonna find them. No.
I think that there was a moment where everyone just fucking said, kill Karma, and then they did. So
I was not a part of
That's
that.
called teamwork.
No, that's not teamwork. I just don't have. This is my only armor, and it's almost broken. I have
Yeah.
iron
Get
boots, I
mending.
guess.
Do you not have mending on?
Villager anymore.
I don't have levels because people killed me 80 million fucking times. Maybe
Sounds like a you
that's
problem.
why. Shut. Oh my. I'm going back to my house.
No, come back.
I have a skeleton.
I'll see you there,
farm if
neighbor.
You want to get some
I'll see you there.
I am not going back to my house. I don't know where I'm going now.
I'm faster. I can keep up.
I have a skeleton farm if you want to get some levels.